Oh, that might help people hear me better. Okay. All right, traders. So I was trying to decide what I was gonna do a live about today, and then I was watching some Clownfish TV. If you don't follow Clownfish, you can follow them on YouTube. They've got a lot of great information. They do a lot of discussions about pop culture and especially Disney. They work in and around Disney, and they've got some comic books, and they do a comic book blog. But they were talking about the situation that Greg and I, and Greg's joining us here. Say hi, Greg.
Hi, how you doing?
So Greg and I have actually discussed this in great detail over the last year or so. Diamond Distributing and DC and what's going on there. So the big news of the day, of course, is this right here. I'll just pop that up there. So Marvel says goodbye to Diamond and chooses a new comics distributor. I don't think that's really accurate because they didn't
That's
really say goodbye
very
to
inaccurate.
Diamond.
Yeah, definitely not.
Um, from what I understand, they're distributing through Random House Penguin because there is an option there for retailers to get their books
Mhm.
without the cost of shipping. And with Diamond, you have to pay shipping. So just one more nail in the coffin for Diamond there. And I just wanted to bring Greg on. Greg has been doing, and those that follow the channel know, Greg's been doing this for 17 plus years at his store. So just real quick, what's your thoughts on this, Greg?
I, I don't. I think the timing is horrible. Um, we're just coming out of the pandemic. We're just coming out of this stuff. We're not fully out yet. But I mean, the industry and retail and stuff like that is just getting back on its feet. I think this is too much of a disruption right now because I mean, I don't know what am I going to do. Am I going to get them from now I'm going to Diamond. Where am I going to go for this? I don't know yet. The information is really spotty on it. What I'm not looking forward to though is doing three separate initial orders, three separate final order cutoffs every single week. Um, I mean, if I think if Penguin Random House is offering free shipping, I think Diamond better do something about that, or they're going to be in a lot of trouble.
Right. I would think so for sure. I mean, some of the advantages obviously are financial impact. I don't know, knowing business, I do my business a little bit differently than you do yours. You order a large amount of comic books. You're an actual comic shop. Um, but if you were to go to the Random House, you would get free shipping from them, but you still
Mm-hmm.
that would that would actually increase the shipping on the remainder of the books that you get from Diamond.
It would. So I mean, it's almost sixes at this point. I mean, I wish, you know, wish, fish, all that saying, but if DC would have stuck with Diamond and Lunar, I think we would have been in a better spot right now.
Right.
Uh, I mean, there's so many people that are angry with DC about leaving. Hoping Marvel doesn't see that same sort of blowback on it because there's been a lot of stores that just don't order DC, and if they do order DC, they don't order much anymore.
One thing that we have noticed is the feedback. Like when DC left, and I was a detractor from that. I didn't. I mean, as big of a headache as Diamond has been over the years,
Mm-hmm.
I hated to see DC go because, well, the way they did it, they really went to the competitors of the LCS, which
Yep.
was a little odd, and of course, Marvel's departure is a little different than that. But there was a lot of negative around the DC making that move, and overwhelmingly, the reaction to Marvel's
I
announcement
lost her.
was
There you are.
positive. Okay, but yeah, overwhelmingly, the reaction to Marvel leaving has been really positive, which I think is
I've gone
really
down. Can't hear your mic now.
wow. Yeah, you keep cutting in and out too a little bit. See if I can adjust it there. But I think it's interesting that people seem to be on board with Marvel leaving, but there was a lot of blowback from DC doing it.
Not hearing anything from you, Eric. I think we're doing the technical difficulties here.
Hmm. All right, is that better?
Oh yeah, there we are.
Okay.
So if you'll just
But yeah,
repeat everything you said.
well, I was just saying that it's really interesting. We looked at when DC left and went to Lunar. They actually went to two places, but they're at Lunar now. When DC did that, there was a lot of negative reaction from
Mhm.
the market. But what we're seeing in the last, you know, 12 hours or so from what I've been reading about the Marvel thing is it's been overwhelmingly positive. Everybody's supporting Marvel's decision to do this. Um,
I
do
think
you th-
a lot of the difference with that, I think, is there's, supposedly sticking with Diamond.
right?
Giving us that choice. They're not, and that's, I mean, there's been a lot of stuff in the last little bit that has bothered me. One of the publishers, which will go unnamed, but not the best idea. I mean, shops don't, we don't like people telling us how we run our stores, where we get everything, how we, order product, how we deal with things. We don't like to be forced to do that because, we're all small businesses and it's tough enough as it is to try and get this going. And there's only so many hours in the day that we can do this. And anything that makes things tougher is gonna, I think, detract from how we can do stuff. I'm worried, but cautiously optimistic, I guess, because I haven't heard. They don't have all the information to us yet,
Right.
and it's still kind of up in the air. I mean, I don't know. Can we get stuff from Diamond after October? Because they were saying as of October, it's going to be exclusive with them. Are we going to be able to get stuff there? Diamond says yes, but they're going to be buying it from. That was a Freudian slip. They're going to be dying. They're going to be they're going to be buying it from them. So it's like, do our costs go up as a shop? Like I don't. There's still so many unanswered questions. I don't want to weigh in 100% either way on it right now. I think the timing is really weird, and I think it's probably bad timing right now.
Right.
But I mean, well, I'm going to take a wait and see approach to it and see, if we can get stuff better from Penguin, then okay, great. If we can save money, fine. And if it starts costing us more money on the other stuff, then it's not going to do us any good to go somewhere else. So
Right.
it just depends. I'm just going to have to, you know, hold on by the skin of my teeth and get Kyler to answer that phone. And we'll see what happens. Yeah, we'll see what happens. From wireless caller.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. A couple real interesting points that Neon had brought up when I was watching the clownfish piece was so one Random House, Penguin Random House, um, like they sell directly. They sell directly to the consumer. So
Mhm.
are we going to see Marvel trying to do that and cut out our LCS? I mean, that's
Yeah.
problematic. That's something that we have to be concerned about, obviously.
Oh, that's one more thing that I haven't thought about. But
Yeah.
I mean, that's a really good point. Yeah.
But another thing that I thought was real funny is when Diamond addressed all this, they were espousing their ability to take care of the customer, their professionalism,
Yeah.
and all these things that you've heard for the last 5 years that are problems at Diamond. All of a sudden, they're coming out and saying, we've got this, we've got distribution, we've got return damage policies that are better than anybody else, and we've got professionals that pack these so you don't get damages at the store. So it's really interesting to me that's the hill that they're standing on.
Well, I mean, they have you ever been to a retailer summit?
No, I haven't.
Okay. Because all the things you're reading right now are the things that they talk about at the summits. They say, okay, well, we have a 97% fill rate correctly, and we have a like a less than 1% damage rate and all this kind of stuff. But I mean, what they do is they kind of pick and choose where they take those numbers from, like everybody does with statistics and numbers. But if you look at one warehouse that's really good, and they can say, "Oh yeah, look how good our fill rates are and everything." The warehouse that we go through here sucks; it's bad. So I mean, it is interesting that they're using that as the no, we got you, we're good, because they're not. I think they're, I've thought for a while that they're in some trouble, and I think they're still in trouble, and I think this is going to hurt them.
So it's going to be interesting to see where this goes. I just
Mm-hmm.
wanted to bring Greg on real quick and kind of talk that over. You can check out what Greg's doing at Black Cat Comics. Was it blackcat-comics.com online?
Mm-hmm.
Black Cat Comics. Make sure you look for the cat if you're looking for him on Facebook or social media, because there's a couple Black Cat Comics out there. He is the real one. So, all right. Thanks for coming on, Greg.
Yeah, thanks, Eric. Always good to talk to you, man.
Talk to you later, man.
Yeah.